seated. Well, first off, I'd like to welcome everybody for being here tonight. I'm extremely excited to be here and to share in all the excitement with the family members who are here to celebrate with their loved ones. This is the first time the Meridian Police Department has conducted a true promotional ceremony, at least in the last 25 years that I know of. And those of you who have heard me speak about leadership know how important I believe it is to celebrate in people's success. And this is a great opportunity for all of us to do just that. Celebrate the success of our friends, peers, and coworkers. Before I continue, we're going to have Mayor Robert Simison step up, please, and he'll say a few words.
Thank you, Chief. What I really want to first is just say congratulations to everyone for the promotion, whether it's your first, your second, your third, along the lines. It's a great day for you personally, your families, but also for the city. Because without people willing to step up as we continue to grow, that want to lead, that want to take on those duties and those responsibilities, the department can't grow. The citizens can't be served. So it is a tribute to all of you who've taken that measure. And thank you to everyone else who showed up to be here to support you all. You know, over the last 2 years, I've had a great experience, a great learning opportunity. You know, I've been a manager for, seems like 20 years of my career. But if you don't learn and grow, you can't grow to be a leader. And that's learning from those that you serve and learning that you lift them up and they'll carry you through, and vice versa. So hopefully you will find what you're looking for in this next stage of your career. For some, it may be the last step you'll take along your journey, but for many, I hope it continues along the way, and then you continue to mentor others to fill your spot when that time is needed along the way. So congratulations to you all, and I look forward to watching you take this public acceptance of your own position. So Chief, thank you for allowing me to be here today.
And I'd be remiss if we didn't recognize our council members that are here tonight to celebrate with you as well. Councilman Hoagland, Councilman Burt, and Councilman Kavanagh. I saw you here somewhere. There he is. This says a lot about the city and the importance that they put into the police department. To have 3 council people here, to have the mayor here. This is a big deal to us. I know it's a big deal to my command staff. And we've been working together the last few weeks on really how we want to look as a command. And that's why I think this ceremony may be a little bit different than the norm. Because normally police agencies talk about the importance of the first line supervisors. But in the end, we really celebrate the promotions of the higher ranking officers the most, right? The lieutenants, the captains, the chief. And tonight's going to be just the opposite. We're going to start with the captains, and I will highlight them because they are 2 people I have put my absolute trust in to hold me accountable. But in the end, we will celebrate the sergeants and corporals because they really are the leaders who can drive our agency to success. There is, however, a little more to the order of the promotions tonight because I truly believe that our command staff is here to serve you. Well, yes, you are the foundation of our organization. Your command staff should be the foundation and the building blocks to your leadership success. As we continue to grow, it is your leadership that will lead us into the future. While your command success depends on you, your leadership future and success certainly depends on our abilities to mentor and cultivate your skills for the future of the Meridian Police Department. In other words, we are striving towards one team. No us versus them. We are in this together, and if we are going to be successful going into the future, especially with all of the demands for change, we must work together. We have the opportunity to put the Meridian Police Department in the forefront of people's mind when they think about proper policing, and I could not think of a better group to get us there than you. As we move forward with the ceremony, when I call your name, please come to the front of the room, and we will have whoever you have chosen come to pin your badge on you. And then I will administer the oath of a police officer to you once again. I think it's something that we all need to be reminded of at every stage in our career. So first we'll start with the captains. Could I have Captain Scott Coliani please come to the front of the room? Just a little bit about Scott. We've worked together you can come too, Susan, you're going to be up here anyway. I've worked with Scott literally over the past 25 years, hand in hand, as patrolmen, as investigators, sergeants, lieutenants, up to this point. And one thing about Scott, there's a reason the two people that I've chosen as my captains are there. Scott is somebody who really understands systems and understands policy and understands the importance of doing the work on the front end so we don't run into problems on the back end of any of our issues. And the other thing about Scott is he is one of those people who is not afraid to hold me accountable. He's not afraid to come to me and tell me when he thinks I've made a mistake, whether he's wrong or not. And we have many spirited discussions about those things. And I just noticed Councilman Perot, would you please stand up? She snuck in and I didn't see her, so another city councilman that came to be with us tonight. And Burl, could you please come up? Burl Stokes, Captain Stokes. Burl is another person who I trust unconditionally. We've been through a lot, and he's always been there to ground me. Burl is somebody who sees the good in everybody and in every situation and truly looks at our employees and wants to make sure that we're taking care of them. And he is also a person who is not afraid to hold me accountable and pull me aside or come in the office and close the door and have those hard conversations with me. So I owe both of these gentlemen a great debt of gratitude. So go ahead and pin their badges on them, please. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho and the laws and ordinances of the city of Meridian, that I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics and the policies and procedures of the Meridian Police Department, that I will obey the lawful orders and directives of those appointed over me and directives of those appointed, and that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of captain in and for the city of Meridian, Idaho. So help me God. Congratulations. Can I have our newest lieutenants please come forward? Brandon Frazier and Eric Strollberg. and whoever's going to pin your badge on you. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of movement in the Meridian Police Department. These are very exciting times. Lieutenant Frazier, certainly one of the most intelligent people that I've ever had the pleasure to work with, and somebody who is a problem solver and an absolute forward thinker in the area of policing and where we need to go as an agency. So we are super excited to have Brandon step into this role. And Eric Stroberg, again, I've known Eric for 25 years, 25 plus years. He was one of my FTOs, actually, so you can blame him for my deficiencies. But Eric is one of those people, again, that I've grown up with in this department hand in hand, and is a person that we can have disagreements with one another over a whole variety of issues. And sometimes you may walk by my office with the door closed and may hear some raised voices. And but when we walk out of the office together, we're in harmony with whatever decision has been made. And we know that for an organization to strive, you have to be able to challenge one another, and you need to be able to have those agreements, and you need to be able to move beyond those agreements if you're going to be successful. And hopefully moving forward, every supervisor in this room and every leader in this room welcomes those challenges and learns from those challenges. So if you'll please pin your badges on Eric and Brandon. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho and the laws and ordinances of the city of Meridian, that I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics and the policies and procedures of the Meridian Police Department, that I will obey the lawful orders and directives of those appointed over me, and that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of lieutenant in and for the city of Meridian, Idaho. So help me God. Congratulations. You know you're getting old when your font's this big and you still have to hold it clear out here. I may just have the sergeants hold it over there for me. So now for our newest group of sergeants, would Sergeant Kevin Wilson please come forward? Sergeant Jeremy Lindley could not be here tonight, and neither could Sergeant Monty Price. So could Sergeant Morgan Carter please come forward? One of the things that I like to talk about in leadership and just dealing with our officers is resilience. And I can't think of anybody who resembles resilience more than Kevin Wilson. He has done just a great job for us. And no matter what setback, no matter what obstacle he's run into, he has just come back and worked his butt off and gotten better and overcome those obstacles. And I'm extremely proud to be promoting him tonight. And Morgan Carter, he's handsome, yes. Absolutely correct. Morgan's a guy who every time I see him, I can't help but smile because he's smiling. And his promotion tonight is especially special for me. His cousin, was one of my best friends. And he was a captain in the United States Marine Corps and was killed in Iraq. So this is really special, I think, for both of us. So go ahead and pin the badges on them. All right. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho and the laws and ordinances of the city of Meridian, that I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics and the policies and procedures of the Meridian Police Department, that I will obey the lawful orders and directives of those appointed over me, that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of the sergeant in and for the city of Meridian, Idaho. So help me God. Congratulations. Next will be our newly promoted corporals. John Salisbury could not be here tonight, unfortunately, but would Justin Rogers please come forward? And Kevin Kineman. Adnan Rudan. James Shackleford. And Scott Frazier. You can slide around in front of the flag if you need to. We're very excited about this group of corporals. They all bring something a little bit different than the other one to the table. Corporal Rogers is a tactical genius. Great SWAT guy, but also a man of faith and a person who understands really what is important in this job. And that's something that I appreciate about him. And we have a mutual friend that hasn't fled from the state of California that I went to the National Academy with, who's speaks very highly of Justin. So. And Kevin Kineman, that guy right there is a solid guy. He is somebody that you can count on no matter what, and no matter how difficult the situation, he just keeps his head about himself and brings a calm to it. So He's going to do great jobs for our organization moving forward. And Rudy, what can I say about Rudy? At least he didn't end up in somebody's front yard or driving in here today, which is a plus. Again, somebody who really embodies what we're trying to do here in Meridian as far as the positivity of the culture and moving us forward and being that example for other law enforcement agencies throughout the country that are struggling with those relationships with their communities. He understands the importance of that. And James Shackleford brings a lot of experience right up front, number one. But again, he's a person who's really learned how we police here, what our expectations are, and he's one of those people that can bring the calm to a situation, and not just because he's as big as a house, but because he has a great way of communicating with people. And I think he will do a great job of mentoring young officers on those patrol teams. And Scott Frazier, again, highly driven person. He's one of our DREs. He's a great DUI officer. He's somebody who came here to us from an agency in the Treasure Valley and has really grown with our agency and understands what our expectations are when we're dealing with the public, and truly a professional at this job. And that's one of those things that's nice to have somebody say about you, that you are truly a professional. So extremely proud of all of these gentlemen and their future. So if you'll go ahead and pin their badges on them, please. Please raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Idaho and the laws and ordinances of the city of Meridian, that I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics and the policies and procedures of the Meridian Police Department, that I will obey the lawful orders and directives of those appointed over me, and that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully discharge all the duties of the office of corporal in and for the city of Meridian, Idaho. So help me God. Congratulations. I told everybody this was going to be quick, and it was quick. So there is some cake and some waters out in the lobby here before we exit. But before we leave here tonight, I want to remind you of your importance for each one of you, not just those who have been promoted here tonight, but I think each and every one of you in this room. When you get up every morning, you need to remind yourself that you will never be more important than you are right now. It's a saying a friend of mine, Stephen Gower, used to talk about. When you get up every day, you go to work, the one thing I've told all of these newly promoted supervisors is the one thing nobody can outdo over you. They can be smarter than you. They can be faster than you, stronger than you, shoot better than you. The one thing they can't do is out-attitude you. You choose your attitude every day. And so when you get up in the morning, choose that attitude. And remember, that's the one thing nobody can take away from you. And for you supervisors, remember, you get tired of hearing this, I know. But before you go home every night, ask yourself, what do I know? Who else needs to know it? And did I tell them? Can we get one more round of applause for all our newly promoted officers? All right, that concludes our ceremony. Go get some cake and some water.